Welcome back to another episode of Tides of Change. Each video takes a dozen hours to bring to life, so it would really help the channel if you could leave a like. And remember, members get early access to the next episode. Now then, back to the story. Who would like to recap?
So there wasn't any action, but I don't think I should tell the other.
It's entirely up to Solaris and her personality. Commander Zur was basically like my reward for you was giving you some insights if you had learned more from the other members of the team.
Yeah.
So if you'd gain, because everybody has a little piece of the puzzle, and if Solaris had learned more about those puzzle pieces, Commander Zur would have helped slot them together there. But your characters don't talk that much to each other.
Yes,
Well, some of you will notice that I'm missing a tail now.
Yeah, Nyx has 5 tails.
You got nerve.
I got no for a good reason.
All those tails.
Yeah, so
You gave your tail, didn't you, to the guy?
let's see.
I did.
Yeah,
You did.
So Nyx, why don't you
He
start?
got his tail back.
Nyx, how about
That's
you
so
start with the
sweet.
recap with like what happened?
So
Do we
there
want
was
to
something
record
going
this?
on with my sword. It was not feeling correct. It was like feeling cold and distant, like I wasn't connected to it anymore. And Nyx pretty much just ran into like the what did we name him?
Ken.
What was the guy's name?
He's Ken.
Ken.
I know.
Yes, he's just Ken.
Ken.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. So I asked him if he knew any blacksmiths that could help me with my sword, and I got directed to one of the Quay blacksmiths on the other side of the island.
Just for
But,
context,
like,
the
it
other side of
takes-
the island is like a few hundred kilometers, so they had to travel with this.
Yes.
Can you hear that?
It was like a day's travel, but since I have Cloud Step now,
This is the
I
Cloud
went
Step
there.
song. Wait, is it playing?
I was pretty much riding the eye of the storm that's surrounding the place, and I got there faster. And
Yeah.
then I got to the other side of the island after being, scammed a few times. I finally found the blacksmith.
That's rough.
It's a pirate island.
No, it's an
and you were
island.
trying to pay
It's an
people for
island full
info.
of pirates, and I'm very naive. I have never actually interacted that well with pirates.
I took full advantage of it. I took full advantage of them.
Oh no.
You spent a lot of gold to get information that there's a guy whacking a hammer on the other side of the town.
Yeah, and everybody knew him, so like I didn't really need to do that.
Yep.
So I found him, and he talked in riddles, and I had to figure out the riddles.
Yeah. Quay speak in rhymes and in metaphors, and it was a pain in the butt for me to narrate as well, especially to like improvise on the fly as well. Yeah, the amount of Quay you're gonna need is gonna be limited. After that.
Eventually, I figured out the riddles, and I discovered that because I had that fight with the pirate captain, Chip, what was I violated the reason why the sword was made. It wasn't supposed to cut off tails. It's supposed to. I'm supposed to earn them on my own way, not actually take tails. And because I've taken tails, it's gone cold. I'm pretty much being punished by the sword.
Oh.
So the only way to rectify that was to give up a tail.
To one who would be grateful, because Cracktooth obviously wouldn't be grateful at the slightest.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, I went back and gave Ken back his tail, and he was so happy. He was crying.
yeah. And in that moment in the forest, the spirits of the swords briefly came back together to create the figure of the legendary Kitsune who helped forge it. And he had the same facial structure as Jiro before fading away again.
No!
It was a very anime episode from the... I don't know, can you hear the music playing in the background?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was very
Oh, to be
anime.
fair, I'm not.
yeah.
I do have it on, but it is
Very soft. Okay. Yeah, so this was the Cloud Step music playing. So while you had like a broken arm and ribs and such, but you were still riding along the cloud storm. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nyx got the anime episode. Spira, what was your episode?
Yeah, Spira also came to learn that pirates are pirates.
Oh,
No, not you too.
Basically heard someone screaming in pain and the earth was shaking, and she was asking the pirates, and they were basically just like, yeah, it doesn't bother me, I'm fine.
Yeah, whoever's screaming in pain, whatever. Not my problem.
Yeah, whatever.
not my problem.
I heard somebody screaming in my story too. Is that what that was?
With the earthquake,
Yeah,
yes.
that was what that was. So Spira went there and she helped a minotaur. The minotaur was basically backstabbed and was bleeding all over, and he was screaming and quaking the earth and stuff. And Spira healed him like the little empath that she is. They also out that there was a vampire hiding in his blood, so they murdered him or her. I don't remember.
They backstabbed them and then went back into they did a sneak attack and then hid because this was a very powerful minotaur. So they wounded them, injured their Achilles heel, so they couldn't go anywhere. So they were using the earthquakes and calling for help, but it's a pirate island. So oh, by the way, this was another player who joined in, Reaver. This was his character that he donated during my donation stream. So he actually joined the call midway through the session when Spira snuck up on them. So
I was very confused.
yeah, but it was great.
Yeah, so we have a minotaur friend now. I also used my healing ability on him because the vampire took off his leg.
One very important detail that I think Spira would share is that the vampire splits itself into multiple pieces, you know, like multiple copies of itself, like the protection ponies, but vampire version. And the main body itself went demon. It took the combined forces of Spira and the Minotaur using like maximum strength. And Spira, you have to thank a certain member of the party for a certain concoction.
Yeah, I know. Because the vampire poison was really, really awesome, and Spira doesn't have any left now.
But yeah, Solaris, you and Spira's combined research on vampire blood paid off very well in that fight.
Yeah.
But the at the last moment, the Minotaur lost his leg. Like the demonified vampire like cut off his leg. So Spira had to use their healing ability that they didn't use on Nyx in order to save this guy's leg, and it worked. But Spira is now very tired.
Yeah. And we have a fruit or a seed.
Yes.
Fruit, right?
Yeah, he cracked open the fruit and gave you one of the seeds. He was trying to bring back an ancient magical tree of his people, which had gone extinct. And the bow that Spira has, the new bow, is made from the wood of that extinct tree. So at first he was like very defensive towards Spira because like, what the hell are you doing with that bow? But yeah, so they exchanged a piece of the bow's wood as well as a seed from the fruit, and he can now advance his research to try and bring that tree back to life now that he's got a sample of the authentic wood. And yeah, Spira got a very potent seed. Apparently it has something to do, it has very like powerful effects on spirits. So yeah, don't waste it. You've only got one.
Not waste it.
Yeah, don't use it to make a cocktail. Anything else that was important in that session? Yeah, the Minotaur is gonna go back to Vedantia. That's it. So yeah, he's heading back to Vedantia to try and reunite his people because progress in his research.
Can we grab some crack?
Sure.
Sorry,
Solaris, no
I
worries.
know, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Solaris, you had a long conversation.
Yes. We basically just had that conversation. There wasn't any action. I learned about my tendril and what it can do now. A blessing. What I can share, making me stronger in combat because I learned how to do combat meditation, and I can basically roll to my party members who rolled. I don't know how much of a blessing is for you, given the fact that I always crit fail every time it matters.
That's so cool.
It will be very useful.
Oh, it will
can
be, definitely.
but when there is luck involved, I am not so sure.
True.
Yeah, and I can better control sea animals or sea life. Oh, and I can dive deeper into the ocean because the pressure won't harm me that much.
Solaris has like buffed animal control rolls with any aquatic animal, which is why that shark was so obedient. We will pick up now. So you guys are at the Broken Seal. It has been quite an adventurous few days, except for Hyacinth, who has spent most of their time just sleeping because this is an island full of pirates. There is a lot of alcohol, and you decided that it was better to stay on the boat than venture out anywhere because this is not really Fae-friendly place. Quick question, Hyacinth. Have you been changing size at any point during this since
No, she's been well, she had once or a couple times.
But when you're on the boat, did you ever change back into your normal size or not?
Yeah, on the boat, yes.
Okay, when you did on the boat, what ends up happening is as you shrink back down to your normal size, the jewelry and the Fae figurines fall out of your pocket and onto the floor when you shrink back down to your normal size. So even though you can change your normal size, you can't change the size of other objects. So you can't just be an infinite bag of holding. But yeah, your clothes were already Fae size, so those will increase in size with you, but normal objects won't. Okay, just clarifying that because otherwise
it's Fae, so it's mad, so it works.
Exactly, but I'm saying it's not like you can like steal an entire treasure room's worth of treasure and shrink back down and fly away with it because that would be broken. But yeah, so you realize that the Fae figurine and the jewelry is on the floor, and the Fae figurine is your size, but it's the artistic interpretation.
Oh my goodness. It's the size of me.
Yeah, everybody is at the broken seal except for Hyacinth. What do you guys want to do? Because it's wrapping up. You're about to leave. The storm itself is starting to show signs of breaking up. So Hadrian and Jareth and the Jackal are all eager to go. Particularly Jareth for some reason. He's been a bit on edge since you guys arrived here. So I'm just getting up my note. So is there anything you guys want to do or buy before you leave?
We made sure that the vampire poison stuff is resupplied.
You only had a limited amount of blood. So Solaris still has a couple of samples, I think. Yes, Solaris took 2 jars of vampire blood.
Did I give you one?
Gina used up theirs, so you've got 2 left.
Oh, okay. But we can stock up on coatings for my weapon.
If you guys want to give me a alchemy roll, we can see if we can try and make some more from the.
No, just from vendor.
So you want to get some more poisons and stuff, just regular poison. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Let me.
Maybe we can find something nice.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my god.
Would Spira know what illegal would mean?
No.
Yeah.
Solaris, give me an appraisal roll. So intelligence and appraisal +2. There doesn't seem to be any like specialty poisons. Nothing that particularly stands out beyond what you already have. So yeah. Nyx, what was it that you would like to do on your last session before?
Can I make a painting of this place so I can remember it?
Yes, you can. So that's what your character will be doing.
Nyx is going to start making paintings of places if they have time to before they leave.
Yep.
And toes of like the journeys they've been on. It's what Jiro would have wanted.
Oh no.
Of course, it's Jiro.
Conceal in the background the crew, every member of the crew on the various boats, including your 3, I don't want to say friends, but companions in this journey. I don't want to assume
Companions or
companions, since we still know nothing about each other.
Yeah.
Oof. What was it?
Oh, seems like me and Hyacinth and Solaris is getting along pretty well.
Yeah. What was it, Solaris, in your solo session where you said you feel like you're just being led around by the nose, and I went almost as if it's by design. Okay, so then, you get the perfect painting, and you get the feeling that Jiro would be proud of this one. Nick. Spira, what would you like to do on your last day on the pirate island?
Spira wants to make sure that her like pre-done apothecary stuff is all set. Like she has some pain relief stuff going on, blood stoppers, like stuff.
Give me an intelligence roll because we know you don't have appraisal, so we're just gonna do a dumb luck roll to see if you can get some extra stuff from the shop, because you don't really have a sense of trade. That's a no. Yeah, you and Solaris went to the shops again and came back empty-handed.
I have everything I need, apparently.
Yep.
I'm
Hyacinth.
sure they just hid every good
I
somewhere.
probably did.
The
Yeah,
pirates.
they don't have any plants I'm familiar with.
Plus the pirates know of you guys now. I think you went shopping before as well the one time. So yeah, they saw you coming, and this time they hid the good stuff. Hyacinth, you've been stuck on the boat for several days now. Is there anything you want to do before you go? She's got cabin fever for everybody else in the party.
about to like been looking at the sheet music she's been looking at. She's in her normal size, or she's in her normal size mall. So she's been looking at the Fae song sheet music that she has like for hours, and she's pretty much memorized every single song.
Yeah,
She's sang and memorized every single song, and now she's just like she's pestering Solaris, is like, hey, do you want to listen? Do you want to listen? Hey. And then when it doesn't work, she goes to Nick and she's like, hey, do you want to listen? Do you want to listen? Can you talk to me? Hey.
Yeah, the past 2 days of this circular storm, you guys have just been secretly wishing for the storm to end. Because this little Fae.
Little Fae, I was like, hey, listen, hey.
You know what? Let me do a dice roll as well.
They throw her off the boat.
Okay, so Hadrian doesn't seem to want to listen, but Jareth sits down and listens.
And
So-
then thinking to Jareth the whole, like, almost all the time. She gives him a break every now and then.
Yep, his patience, he sits there very patient. You can tell that, he's been trained with this by having like 5 younger sisters. So he's been trained. he's done this before. He has the knitting skills for making the pillow and stuff as well before. So yeah, he very patiently sits and listens and nods and claps and stuff every now and then. But he looks at the rest of the crew just to see everybody's doing their job. And he's like, okay, they are. And he carries on listening.
I deserve a break. He's like,
Right. So then, this is one of the few times you see that Jareth has relaxed while on this island, because the rest of the time he's been a little bit like on edge. Like he either doesn't like them. Actually, everybody give me an insight roll with social, so you can use intelligence to see if you can figure out why. So if you have like insight or something along those lines. Oh my
Insight,
goodness.
I
intelligence.
definitely see
Who
what
got that nat 20?
it's me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Everybody.
you.
Everybody is aware. Oh my goodness. Spira, Solaris, Nyx, all. Hyacinth, did you roll as well?
What was I doing again?
If you have
Insight.
which I don't think you do. Everybody. So Nyx, Solaris, and Spira, you look at each other and you sort of all nod in the understanding that Jareth has been like this ever since you guys spotted the flag of the black spotted pirate crew in the distance when you guys were pulling into Froz.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's been like this well before you actually arrived at Froz yourself. Whereas
He's
Hyacinth,
so
yeah?
forlorning. He's forlorn.
Yeah. But the cloud itself of the circular storm has finally come to an end, and it is time to leave. Everybody has achieved things, gained things. Hyacinth had a fantastic nap. In fact, you practiced.
Fantastic nap and fantastic singing.
Yep, you sung so much that let's say you increase your artistic expression to +3.
Yay!
Yay! You guys are sailing on the seas, and you pull out of the port, and you also notice that Jareth starts to relax a little bit more. Hadrian is also in a really good mood because the ships are finally set sail. Jareth does have to jump across from one ship to the Cracktooth former ship. So Roderick is staying with Jareth on that boat because, well, Jareth understands that you guys have not entirely forgiven Roderick. So Jareth has made sure that Roderick stays on his side. Plus, the rest of the Cracktooth crew are scared of Roderick. So it makes sense to have him on their boat to keep them in line because they're still new. They're still new to this fleet. All right. So then everybody give me perception rolls.
Except that it's been a while, so
No worries.
that is the highest mental or.
Highest mental, yeah.
I have.
Oh wait,
advantage.
no, it's perception. Sorry, we have perception. Sorry,
Yeah, it's perception plus your highest mental. So, and Nyx has advantage. Yes.
Plus, yeah, I have the plus. Wait, yeah.
Oh my. All right. So in the distance, you see that the boat itself, even though this fleet set out at the same time, it doesn't take long because it's 3 boats. It doesn't take long for everyone actually to notice that behind you is another boat. And Hyacinth and Solaris notice the flag of the black spotted crew, the black spotted pirate on said boat. It is approaching from behind. What do you guys do? No one else is spotted.
Hyacinth
Only you four.
Hyacinth yells, "Hey, look! It's the boat that Jackal was really weirded about."
Let's see.
Alright, got it.
Hold up. I gotta do a perception rolls here. Just a second.
What?
So Jackal looks up and is like, "The what now?" Because it wasn't Jackal. You were thinking of Jareth, but you said Jackal.
Oh, sorry.
But Jackal is like, "What now?"
Sorry, I get confused by your names. I meant Jareth.
Hadrian bursts out into laughter, and he's like, he's my brother, not Jareth." Because yeah, Jareth looks back and he squints his eyes a little bit, and he's just like, oh no. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Captain. And Hadrian just laughs and is like, yes, Jareth. And he's like, I think that they're going to keep following us until I have a talk with them. He's like, some unresolved business, right? Am I guessing? And he's like, you know. And Hadrian just laughs. How do you guys respond to this?
How was it?
Do you want a
What
lick?
is it? Can we hear what
Go
what's
for
going on?
it.
Ooh. Hadrian looks at Spira when you said, do you want to lift? He's like, I would prefer to have the company of my many friends. As he gestures to the crews and you guys.
What's going on? Can you tell us what's going on?
Hadrian leans forward and whispers in your ear, Hyacinth, and says, an old friend of ours.
I like friends.
Oh, yeah,
Not a single thought.
me too.
Not a single thought for it.
Hadrian just laughs and goes, me too. As he's just enjoying the fireworks. Jareth is broken out into a little bit of a sweat, and he wipes his Dalmatian ears, because he's got the Dalmatian ears, and he's just like, oh man. Okay. He calls out to the crew to raise the sails to slow them down so that they don't catch the wind as much, to let the other crew come up. And
Sorry, I'm looking at the art I did for Jared. For Hadrian? No,
Oh, yeah?
Hadrian.
Yeah.
Did I really give him big window?
Yes. That's perfect for
Oh my goodness.
You got the
Oh my
six pack though.
goodness. Why did I do that?
He's got
It's
the
like
six
more of a
pack.
boob.
Yeah.
I gave him no shirt, practically.
It's on the sea, and the sea is hot, and yeah, it's perfect. Jareth is the one that's sweating bullets over here.
Poor Jareth.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you wanted.
No,
I was just like,
perfect.
oh yeah, roguish pirate.
No,
captain.
I'm happy with this. So yeah, the boat in the distance catches up soon. You have a few minutes to prep, so if there's anything you want to do before contact, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going.
Won't say what Jareth, Jareth, because he feels that she feels a bit of his anxiety, and she's just like, come on, meeting friends is fun. Maybe it'll be nice.
Oh my goodness.
And she's gonna stay on his shoulder, like
Right.
kind of
Like a drink
putting his
before
hand-
you go up.
She feels we want to listen to some music. Maybe some music will calm you down.
You want a drink before you go up
You know
there?
what? Some liquid courage sounds great. He opens a palm open hand towards Nyx, just like, come on, where is it?
Come in, come on.
I would pour him a glass and hand it to him.
Yeah.
All right, drink up.
Yeah, he politely puts a hand between the glass and Hyacinth, because he knows that Hyacinth doesn't like alcohol, and he just quickly shots it down in one go. All right, so the other boat pulls up towards the side, and the green flag with the panther on the top of it. The first thing you notice, everybody, I don't need to do perception rolls for this. You immediately notice that the entire crew are cat thrope of specifically the female variety. Like they're an all girls pirate crew. And
They look
Female
friendly.
lions.
they are some of them have quite a few battle scars on them. Others are more femme fatale versions, but
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
you guys are starting to get a picture of why Jareth's a little bit on edge.
I'm not gonna lie,
I
sorry, I'm not
think I gave him that drink.
Isn't he used to dealing with women?
No, that's
I mean,
Roderick.
he has like
No,
three
that's more of
sisters.
like, yeah, 3 sisters, but I don't think that's the same.
Yeah, no.
No.
That's not the same.
It's completely different.
So
It depends.
the boarding plank.
No, it really doesn't.
The boarding plank from the black spotted pirate lands across on Jareth's boat. Even though Echoes was sailing flagship position, it seems that the captain of the black spotted crew knows where Jareth is because they must have spotted him through a looking glass at some point. But yeah, out steps. Oh yeah, you guys are currently on. Let's see, Hyacinth is on Jareth's shoulder on the call because no, the call is Jackal's boat. So yeah, the Cracktooth's boat. We're just gonna call Jareth's boat Cracktooth for now. So the boat's name will just be named after the previous captain, just to keep track of things easier. So yeah, Hyacinth is with Jareth on Cracktooth, and you guys are currently on the Echoes right next to them. Right. So you spot the captain. She's wearing a large hat. But as she boards the boat, she takes it, she's got it tipped forward as she struts onto it. You notice the first thing that sticking out of her back is a very large rifle. It's like a musket, but it's slightly different. So it's a modified musket style type of weapon, and it has a large telescope looking glass on top of it as well. So it's kind of like glued together sniper rifle tech where, you know, you've taken like a looking glass and then slapped that on top of a musket. But yeah, it's almost as tall as she is, and she steps out onto the boat, and as she lowers her pirate captain hat, yeah, so you notice that her skin is very pale, like much paler than any of the sailors. Most sailors, you know, have a tan to them from working out in the sun all day, whereas this particular captain is very pale. She has light brown hair that parts in two different directions from the center of her hairline, and she has stunning sky blue eyes. They're striking. Her trope form is that of like a ragdoll cat. So she has the hair pattern of a ragdoll and its eyes. So has anyone, let me bring it up here, ragdoll cat.
I love ragdoll cats.
They are very cute.
She basically has these kinds of eyes, and then her hair are the two brown
Aw.
parts that part along the side.
Thank you for bringing out the picture of the cat.
Yeah. Jareth though, composure roll.
He must compose himself.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
He rolled a 2.
Oh my god. Oh, good luck.
Yeah, he's like, and she's like,
Hyacinth like try to
Jareth.
calm him down.
Yeah, you can give him a pat on the back. Give me a charisma roll.
Okay, then let's see. Ooh, oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you're trying. You're trying.
trying.
You're trying.
Attempts are being made.
But yeah, he's like, and she just smiles and is just like, Jareth, it's been so long. You don't answer my calls. And Jareth finally finds his words, and he's just like, Capatina Saorisa, how you been? You guys are just groaning on the other side of the boat. Like, what is this? And she's like, you don't answer my calls. You don't get back together. Hadrian just laughs on the other side of the boat. It's like, it's good to see you too, Saudi. She looks over and is just like, oh, Hadrian, I'm amazed you're still alive. No thanks to Jareth here, I'm sure.
She's
Jareth,
like, oh, Hadrian live.
yeah, basically. Hadrian leans over to the three of you, so to Nick, Spira, and Solaris, and he's like, she was a former crew member of ours. In fact, she was one of the founding members of the Howlers. Jareth's just squirming there. He's like, what is it that you wanted to speak about? And she again just walks around him in a slow circle, almost purring. She's like, oh, I just wanted to return something. You left it with me before we parted ways. Hadrian again just leans forward to the rest of you guys' boat. Is like, that was 10 years ago. that was 10 years ago. And Jared's like, is it the book? And she's like, yeah. And she takes out from her pouch a old looking book. It seems like it's falling apart at the seams. It's not been treated that well. The binder is barely holding together. Some pages look like they're slipping out a little bit. And she's like, I always kept my favorite part though. And she like slaps it onto his chest, and he grabs the book with both hands. She looks up and notices you, Hyacinth, and she goes, oh, and who is this?
Hi, I'm Hyacinth.
Oh, and what are you doing sitting so close to Jareth?
And at that point, Hyacinth feels like, and she's like, she kind of like raises her hands and then drifts away from his shoulder.
Oh, no, don't misunderstand. I'm just worried for your sake, you know? I don't want him to also rip out your heart.
My heart's intact, man. I don't feel love. I'm just kidding. No, she doesn't say that. No, she doesn't say that.
Well, that's good.
I want her to be like, oh, trust me. I know the feeling.
She's like, oh, well, that's good.
Good. Good.
Obviously, they didn't end on the best of terms. Because Jareth is like, Saorisa, please. It's not, I didn't want anything. I didn't want things to go the way it was. It's just that, you know, he's really stumbling here. So, Hadrian,
no one can help him.
No one can help him because, yeah, Hadrian like hops over to the boat and just puts his arm over and he's like, to be fair, I was the one that made the call to bring an end to the Howlers. And she shoots Hadrian a glare and is just like, we had a good thing going, Hadrian. You, Jareth, I, sailing the seas, taking what we wanted, adventures, we had it all. She looks over. I see your brother there even made a name for himself. And Jareth's just like, stop from the distance. Stop. Stop. He's like, if any consolation, I wasn't invited either. Jackal says from the distance. And she's like, but then you had to hang up your hat, go goody two shoes, all because you met those bloody unicorn. And Hadrian is like, hold on, who told you about the whole unicorn? And he's like, I've spent a long time thinking about you two boys. She says, you're not exactly the most stealthy couple on the sea. And it's like,
couple.
You can tell she's let's just say Jareth chose to stick with Hadrian rather than with her.
Oh, so she's jealous.
Yes. When Hadrian decided that they were going to stop being pirates, Jareth stuck with Hadrian, but Saorisa wanted to continue being in a pirate adventure. So she split ways with them and formed her own group, the Black Spotted Pirates. And if you might have noticed, there is a certain member of the crew here who has black spots because they are a Dalmatian.
Oh!
So she was either hoping that he would have joined her, or maybe it's the baby that they didn't have is her boat now.
Gosh.
I'll let you guys decide which one that one is. But yeah,
oh my gosh.
She's a little bit upset.
Spira is just whispering to Nyx and Solaris like, this is a lot less romantic than I thought.
It is.
I'm scared. It's like, I'm scared.
Yeah, but Jareth is just like, so besides the book, is there anything else here that we need to talk about? I guess after 10 years, it's a little late to have this conversation. And she's like, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ran away 10 years ago, and then I had to chase your sorry ass down. And all you have is a, how have you been? He doesn't know what to do. He's been dreading this day for the longest time. It's the reason he's been so nervous on Froz ever since he saw her flag. It's like, oh shit.
No.
Yeah. So Hadrian looks up and it's just like, so why didn't you take the shot? Because Jareth was in kill range quite far behind. Remember, she's a sniper. She's a sniper. So if she'd wanted him dead, she would have taken the shot well before they arrived at the boat. And she's like,
gosh.
Because I have questions. When we formed the Howlers, the pickings were good. The seas were plentiful. There were trade ships everywhere. Things were going great. And then things started to dry up. Vessels started disappearing. And you guys went and took that job with the unicorns, which you didn't tell me. by the way. And ever since that job, you two changed, and then you hung up your hats and vanished for 10 years. And you're telling me that the same time that you two return to pirating, sailing your colors, is the same time when the ocean starts going funny once again, where ships are vanishing and missing. And you don't expect me to think that this is all a coincidence, do you not? What are you boys up? Anybody here want to jump in, or do you want to let the boys suffer?
I'll let the boys suffer. I have no idea what to say, honestly.
Spira is just fighting the urge to just stand protectively in front of Jareth.
Speaking of which,
watching the show.
Speaking of which, the unicorn,
Nice.
the unicorn child is in the Echoes, so the boat that you guys are standing on. And he's downstairs next to next to Hadrian's room, so next to the captain's room. So yeah, Hadrian also starting to squirm a little bit and is like, Saorisa, after we took that job, we learned that there was more to life than just taking shiny things and shiny metal things. We wanted to live an honest and fair life, and we didn't want to take that away from you. We know how much you enjoyed being a pirate, and like we made you the offer to come with us, but you chose to form the black spotted pirates. So I mean, we all made our choices. And she says, you are avoiding the question, Hadrian. Why did you come back? And gotta give a roll. And he's like, Jareth steps up and is just like, the same reason we left. Those unicorns that we helped out are in a spot of trouble once more, and we can't just let them go extinct. It's like, so you would rather help a bunch of strangers than stay by my side?
They're not just strangers, they're children.
Oh,
Wolfenstein!
yeah. Oh. She looks up when she hears the two of this. She's like, there are unicorn children? And she goes, and the doctor as well? She clucks her teeth and she's like, I owe the old man. He saved my life that one time. Crap. All right, I'm not gonna say that I forgive you, Jareth, because what you did was you ripped out my heart to stick next to your boyfriend here. Hadrian raises two hands up, just like,
He's like, Hadrian's like, I ain't even into guys.
He's just like, yep.
He's like, I'm into guys, but not Jareth.
Yep. Jackal is just eating up the tea over on the other side, on the other boat. He's just leaning back and watching this all unfold. So yeah. Saorisa essentially says, right, I'll give you a choice. Either we can part ways and never speak again, or I can help you out here in exchange for some gold. And Hadrian looks towards Jareth as if it's to say, hey, it's your call. And Jareth is like, we don't have much left. We just resupplied. We picked up a new crew.
Some.
Really? He looks at you like, out of all the people here, you?
Laura, is she like, you want gold? I'll give you gold if you want some. I mean, I don't really see there's a problem.
He raises an
How
eyebrow.
much do you want?
He raises an eyebrow because you're currently in your moth-sized form. So right now...
Yeah, but Solaris is the one that holds it.
Oh!
Remember?
You also have your jewelry downstairs as well.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my gosh, not the jewelry.
Do you want pretty jewelry? I have jewelry.
Depends on the color. Does it match my eyes? Yes.
Yes. She goes back. She hurries downstairs to look, and she comes back up with the jewelry that she has.
Yep.
But she's like holding it by her what is it called? Her aura.
Oh yeah, using the aura to just float it. Nice. Okay, give me a Arcana roll. So composure is basically just don't roll a 1.
Okay, composure
So
and Arcana.
Composure,
Oh
resolve,
my
and Arcana.
god!
So
Hold on,
that's,
check this out.
plus resolve as well. So that's
Oh,
plus 20.
oops, well, I don't need it.
No, just add an extra 4 as well.
30, 31, 32, 33.
Yep, you bring up the jewelry, and you find one that matches her eyes, and she's just like, oh, you're so sweet. I like this one. Can I buy her too, Jareth?
I'm not for sale.
Oh, pity.
Hyacinth actually gets upset.
That's fair. That's understandable. She has no idea about your past. So she says, this'll do for now. I'll stick with you guys for a short while. Okay. Ladies, raise the sails. Lower the sails. She takes the jewelry from Hyacinth. She looks at you and she just goes, thank you.
Hyacinth's giving her the stink eye now because of what she said.
Yeah, but Jareth is just looking at you with a thank you so much. Like, you saved me so much trouble. So he offers you the book that she plopped on his chest, so you can just use your aura to float it.
Yeah.
So as you take the book, a page almost falls out, but you catch it with your aura, and on it is, you can see the edges of the pages are well worn. And do you want to read it? Because the poem is called The Moon God's Blessing. So moon gods is in plural. Beneath their silver orbs' pale gaze, my heart entwined by moonlit maze, your captivating dance in fleeting light, eyes holding the depths of such starry night. The lunas gleam, my whispers sigh, our embrace reflect their beginning before the sky. Though ages turn and starlight wanes, my love bathed in silver still reigns. The moon gods bear our secret vow, an eternal moment, lips soft endow. My soul's now grown long and bittersweet, yet your timeless smile leaves me forever complete. This is an elvish poem, and the thing is, the elves got screwed over by the curse of humanity because the elves can live for 2,000 years, but the curse of humanity means that they only have the first 4-ish decades to choose whether they're going to have a family or not. So they spend the rest, like the vast majority of their life. So like elves are very passionate while young and then mellow out very quickly because they have like a limited window to decide whether they want to like have a family or anything. But coincidentally, Thrope have fairly short lives. Thrope live about 50 years. So Thrope really love elvish romance poetry because for an elf, it's a brief moment of their lives, but for a Thrope, it's their entire life.
Oh.
So yeah, so the Thrope tend to really enjoy collecting elvish poems. So
That's so cute though.
yeah, so this was Saorisa's favorite poem out of that. That's why the page almost fell out of the book, because she's read it so many times over the past 10 years.
Oh.
But yeah.
No.
That's not fun.
Nix,
That makes me sad.
Nix, when you hear the title of the poem, you think of the
Yes.
the religious Order of the Moon on the Celestial
That's
Den.
what I was exactly thinking about too.
So you notice similarities in it, whereas Solaris, you don't have any response to this at all, because the Abyssal believe in one of the undergods who rules the moon and joined the ocean depths, in order to establish the Abyssal Empire. So yeah, for Solaris, this is just a bunch of nonsense and pretty words. But for Nyx, it makes you think of your home a little bit. And yeah, Spira and Hyacinth, I don't know how you respond to this.
It's pretty. That's a pretty poem.
Yeah, pretty poem, romantic, and very much in Jareth, Jareth's style. You know, whereas you wouldn't imagine Hadrian, Jackal, or Roderick. Yeah. Saoris heads back to her boat, and her all Thrope cat crew part ways. They sail not a far distance away, but they reposition themselves on Jackal's side so that there's several boats between them and Jareth. Jareth is feeling really like conflicted because he did what he felt like was right, because he offered for her to stay, you know, with them retiring and going legit, and she didn't want to give up that pirate life, you know. And when she gave him the ultimatum, he stuck with his best friend. So it was messy. Yeah. He decides to just go about focusing on keeping the crew together. How do your characters respond to the events that just unfurled? Because you now have a little bit of time to either talk to some of the NPCs or go visit the new pirate crew that's joined the side of the boat. Good job on paying them off, by the way, Hyacinth. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had an extra pirate crew.
I would like to ask Saorisa about the vanishing ships.
You've got your new shark, by the way. Did you pick a name besides Finn Diesel?
Finn Diesel.
It's Finn. I will
Diesel.
go with Finn.
Finn.
Just
Okay.
Finn. I mean, 2 N.
Yeah, but we know he runs on diesel.
Yeah.
Family. Right. So yeah, you can basically just hop across or ride Finn across to Saorisa's boat. Or you can just swim. Either way. So yeah. Before we get to that conversation, what do the other characters want to do?
Spira probably wants to fetch something sweet for Jareth.
Okay, that's fair. Spira, you can you go and give some mental therapy, some what's it called again? Psychotherapy.
Psychotherapy.
Yeah, you're gonna help him deal with his conflicted emotional state. So tell me about your mother. When you see it all began.
How's your mother?
I was born as the runt of my litter, you see. No, oh my gosh. Right. So no, he's the oldest anyway. So Solaris, when you
How's
board
the
the boat,
runt?
when you board the boat, Saorisa immediately draws her gun, as in like, what the hell is an abyssal doing here? But then she remembers that she noticed you standing next to Hadrian earlier, and he was killed with you. So she apologized, like, sorry about that. I'm just a little bit on edge when an abyssal comes crawling onto my boat unexpectedly.
Fair.
Oh, Nyx can hear everything, of course, from the other side. Nice, very nice. All right. How can I help you?
You mentioned a lot of ships. Any ships?
Oh yeah, we normally the pickings on these parts of the seas is pretty good because of a lot of trade going around between Verdantia, Tarnithia, and the Celestial Den, as well as the Quay cities and islands. Unfortunately, the past few months things have gotten a little spooky. The last, as I mentioned earlier, this only happened once before, and that was when my Jareth over there, Jareth hung up his hat. Anyway, sorry, no need to linger on the past. What I'm trying to say is that we picked up a couple of survivors, and they've all had similar stories where they were sailing, and then the next thing they know, they are completely boarded and surrounded by either abyssal or other pirate crews, and the description of them doesn't match any crew that I know of. So I'm thinking it might be a hallucination effect that your kind is known for. I'm thinking that something is going on with your kind, and it seems to be that they're trying to pin the blame on us pirates.
Is there any survivor here?
No, let's just say once we made ported Froz, I kicked them off the boat. I don't particularly like the smell of boys. She's like, they smell bad. Man smell.
Smell like dog.
Oh, you smell like dog. Yeah, basically.
Dog sword. And she goes, dog sword.
It reminds her of the Howlers because the Howlers were like mostly guys and mostly dogthrope as well. So yeah, she just doesn't want to. She doesn't want the memories of that time. No, I don't have much to share on that, but I can say that things have gotten a little slim. As you can see, I'm desperate enough to accept handout jewelry. It is very pretty though, I must say. I do want to keep this one. She looks at the piece of
Well,
jewelry.
you don't have to keep it. She's like, excuse me, princess. I'm just kidding.
She's broke. She's broke. She's been operating a pirate crew, and they haven't had much success in a while now. Even Hadrian and Jareth are running low as well because you guys have just had to stock up 3 boats worth. So yeah, things are not going so great for the pirates in this area at the moment.
So she has no reason to complain. I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that. She doesn't say that.
It's the other reason for why she was so keen to like make an offer to join you guys, because she's just like, I need the money. Hopefully. Yeah, she knows that like Hadrian and Jareth were very successful pirates, so wherever they go, usually gold follows. So she decided to follow you. Yep. She's like, as irritating as those 2 boys are, they do know how to sniff out gold. It's probably the dog in them.
They got that dog in them.
Yeah, they got that dog. So yeah, she starts to relax a little bit. She gets a bit more comfortable chatting with Solaris. So yeah, she likes you, Solaris. Plus,
I thought she liked me.
No, I mean, Solaris, you're also an abyssal, and she's a cat. So yeah, that too.
That's fair.
Yeah. But everybody give me perception.
Oh,
I forgot to roll advantage.
noticed.
Oh, I don't need it anyway. I rolled a nat. Wait, no, never mind. I thought it was nat. It's not.
Almost.
Okay.
Almost. Yep. Pretty much everybody spots it coming in from straight ahead. 5 boats. Only one of you recognizes what they are, and they are, well, Solaris, you know what a Cetari attack fleet is.
Oh no.
Everyone else doesn't know what this is. But yeah, this is a Cetari attack fleet, and they don't like pirates.
What's that over there?
That doesn't look too friendly.
Solaris, you know that the Cetari attack fleets, that the Cetari are, I'm going to assume that you convey this to everybody else who doesn't know what a Cetari is, but the Cetari are incredibly fast in water, and they also have a sonic ability that will disorientate when it's used on air, and can paralyze from medium to short ranges underwater. Everybody everybody should stay above water except for Solaris. Solaris is like the only one who could safely fight a Cetari underwater.
Oh, we're gonna fight?
Yeah, they are approaching, and you guys are 4 pirate ships. 4 famous pirate ships, to be specific.
Can I get my aura up?
Yes.
Jono,
You have to run.
I know, but soon.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. That's fair. I understand. So, like, don't worry. This is going to be it's going to be quite a big battle, but it'll be top down as well. So, like, it'll be various crews and stuff. So,
Ship battle.
Yeah, ship battle. Yeah. Hadrian also notices what's going on and calls out to the crews. Jackal immediately takes into action. You guys can also help steer the boats. So the attack fleet is coming in a straight line formation. I will quickly show you now. Echoes is this one over here at the front. What is this? The Call, which is Jackal, is next to them on the far left. The other Saorisa is on the far right, and Cracktooth is in between Saorisa and Echoes. So where do you guys want to put the boats? Because they're coming towards you guys, and it takes a while to steer them. So where do you guys feel that it should go? Should you charge straight in between all of them, or do you want to try and flank to the left or the right? How do you guys want to deal with this?
We can't go in between them because then that'll leave us in well, unless we arm both sides of the boat, then we can go in between them, but I don't think do we have enough crew members to do that?
Are they splitting up to flanking us?
They're sailing towards you in this zigzag pattern with their flagship straight in the center.
No sign of them
Not yet.
trying to flank us.
I would say
am-
to
I'm
get
still-
rid of the sorry.
Sorry, just say.
No, you go first. No, you go.
No.
I've been talking a lot. You go first.
It's okay. I was just making sure that I am still on Saorisa's boat.
Yeah, on the far right.
I think we should try to flank.
I like the way you think, she says as she steers her boat to start going up and forward like this. Spira, you're with Jareth on the Call over here. So which way do you want your boat to go, Spira? I'm gonna assume Hyacinth is with you as well because you both were with Jareth.
I'm also thinking that maybe I can use my protection ponies to hear the others are doing, and also in case of emergency to try and move the ships faster, but mainly to just know what's going on.
Okay, give me an Arcana roll with resolve and composure.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jareth's
I
gonna.
forgot how high I am on that.
Jareth's going to steer the boat and mimic the same direction as Saorisa because they dated. They share quite a few similarities in thinking.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
I
no.
know.
That makes it
Oh.
They
worse.
did have history. I'm just kidding.
44.
And a nat 20 and 44. That's the highest I can go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a choice here. Do you want an army, or do you want 4 full-sized like primal souls? So do you want lots of little ones, or do you want 4 powerful ones for each boat?
4 full-sized ones.
Okay. So yeah, you cast the greatest primal soul of your life as 4 large. This is full primal. So take a normal horse and then double it in volume. So big horse. They stand on the deck of each boat. Okay. So Hyacinth and Spira on the far left. Solaris, you're on the far right. Nyx, you're on the main boat with Hadrian. You can choose. You've got an opportunity now to jump across to Jackal or Hadrian. Which ship do you want to go on? Which of these
Me?
two middle? Nyx.
Oh,
I'll stay with Hadrian.
Okay, so you're gonna be on the flagship. Okay, Hadrian goes straight on forward.
That's what I wanted to do.
and
Let's go.
and oh wait, I gotta do a roll here because they're brothers and they're competitive, so they're gonna roll to see who can get in front of the other because it's inefficient to go side by side because then you block off half your cannons. So they're gonna trying to see who can jostle for the most dangerous position. Oh, and it looks like Jackal pulls up in front. So
Of course he is.
yeah, and Hadrian, cursing at his brother for getting ahead of him, falls in line so that they can form a perfect line together, so that they can blast for a long consecutive blast from both sides, like all the way down the entire, like a double ship's worth of blasts essentially. The Cetari fleet though. Yeah, the main one starts flanking towards this way, coming up forward. These ones peer off as they try to catch Solaris and I think that this boat is coming in to protect that one, and this one is going to try and catch these two off as well. Okay, so yeah, you guys are all getting close. Capitana Saorisa climbs up to the crow's nest, and her vice captain takes over the wheel, which is very unusual for a pirate captain crew, but she has full trust in her crew because they are not dogs or men. and she starts
She starts sniping.
she starts taking pot shots at the boats
Let's
that are
go,
approaching.
sniper.
She's landing fire. You see that the crews on both decks are like readying up their cannons, and yeah, you can hear like shouts coming from the other side. Everybody give me a perception roll.
Perception.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right.
Oh, not 20.
So you
Go
know,
net 20.
you notice that from the far far right and left boat, a bunch of individuals jump overboard. Some of them start going into the water itself. And sorry, just a second. I'm rotating as well because these boats have to start drifting towards each other. So several Cetari, which are orca species, so they have like black and white patternings on their skin, but it's identical across all of them. But they dive into the water and start racing towards the boats. On top of the water, though, are several unusual individuals who do not look. They have skin tones of various greens and lighter colors and whatnot. Spira, you recognize immediately that these are Kelpie. They have summoned their primal souls, and they are riding these. Their primal souls are also made out of spirits from their souls, but the spirits of these ones flow like water. So they are performing a cavalry charge above water while the Cetari are swimming from underneath the water itself. Saorisa is still taking shots.
How many of them?
About 6 from each boat. So
Oh,
6
no.
Cetari, 6 Kelpie on both
From each
sides.
boat.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
24.
Don't worry. Like Saorisa's taking shots. Various crews are taking shots. You guys, Spira, you have a bow and arrow, so you can also start taking pot shots as well with your bow and arrow. Nix, you've got fire, and Hyacinth, you've got your weather magic. So yeah, you guys can give it
Fire
rolls.
arrows. Fire arrows time.
Can I do lightning?
Yeah, you can use your serenade spell, so arc resolve and composure.
How do I do attack? No, I'm sorry.
Strength, dexterity, and then your martial with the bow, which should be bow and arrow.
Resolve and composure. Are you sure?
Yes. So bow and
What do I
arrow
need for
triple shot is 10. So
Yeah.
What do I do for
Just
fire arrows again?
roll.
Arcana,
yeah, resolve, composure, and arcana.
resolve, composure, and arcana.
Yeah, I wanted a big feat
Oh, look,
battle
me and
for.
Spira got the same.
4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very nice. Oh wow. Okay, the whole team is just pulling off crazy stuff. Solaris, do you want to try and aim a cannon?
Aiming a cannon.
was wondering whether I should go back.
Yep. If you want to
Waters
dive
for
overboard,
turf.
you can. You've got your shark as well.
Yeah, but 24 of them? Too overwhelming. So maybe I will stick with the cannon first.
Give me a dexterity plus, strength, dex, and martial prowess. We'll just add it like a normal attack roll. You were trained in exotic weapons back at Oppa, so. Okay, let me go through what everyone else is doing while you're doing those rolls. So, yeah. 22. Oh.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so the shot fires and it just splashes into the water. But Hyacinth, yeah, you cast a bolt of lightning that strikes the ocean surface, causing the primal souls of the Kelpie above to paralyze. Their riders also get thrown off of their horses and tumble into the water. The crew on Jareth's boat immediately start taking shots with their pistols and such. Some of the crew members also start firing their cannons and everything at the boat that's flanking yours. Their boats are taking shots back at you as well. Spira, your triple shot hits 3 of the cannoneers on the boat itself, so they're unable to fire as many cannon shots back. Give me dodge rolls, Hyacinth and Spira.
I have okay, so it acrobatics, especially in invasion, and then what? Dexterity?
Yes, plus dexterity. Yeah.
No.
Oh, nice.
Which one was mine?
I got the net one. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I got
Oh no.
Spira, can you give me an instinct roll?
Yeah.
Oh no.
This was a cannon shot.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, the cannon shot that was heading towards you. Your primal soul that you summoned earlier dives in front of you and lifts one of its wings to protect, so that it can create a layer of the wing, its body, its other wing, and then you. The cannonball blasts through, hitting the aura of the protection pony. The right wing shatters from the cannon blast, but the heavy cannonball itself thuds and lands with a knock to the floor. This primal soul won't be able to fly very well, but it's still standing on the boat and is it's got one wing left. But you did take out three of the cannoneers on the other boat. Hyacinth, you took out the entire Cetari fleet charge. How did the I'm not Cetari, sorry, the Kelpie. The Kelpie, what did they do?
Good.
Yeah, the Cetari themselves are oh no, they also got zapped. Yeah, you basically paralyzed the entire charge coming from that side. Nyx, your fire arrows fly across and hit the main boat itself. The other two are coming in close. And, yeah, so you hit the sails. Some of your fire arrows hit the sails. Some of them hit the side of the boat. They do the azure blue flames start to catch and start to burn. It's going to take a while for the boat to turn into an inferno, but it will eventually. So you have initiated the damage, the tick damage. Cannon fire runs out, explodes everywhere as these two boats are getting closer. And yeah, Nyx, give me dodge rolls as well, because the Cetari on the other side are firing harpoons and everything at you as well.
Okay, that's dexterity and acrobatics.
Yeah, thankfully Jackal's crew is the one that's taking the brunt of it, but that's how he likes it.
Okay, I think I stayed with Hadrian.
Yeah, you're on the boat at the back, basically. This one, right? Okay, good dodge. Yeah. So bullets are whizzing past, and even though you still have a broken arm and an injured ribs, you do well enough to dodge any incoming shots from the harpoons. You notice that they don't use guns; they do use cannons, but they mostly use harpoons for their shots because they can combat both above and below water. Solaris, what do you want to order your shark to do?
I don't.
You can order him to like pick off stragglers or something like that. So when there are injured ones, you can just try and finish them off and then dip back into safety.
Can he do that?
Yeah, you can like issue him that order.
Okay,
yeah,
then.
I'll say that you've been training him as well while you were stuck on Froz. So yeah, hopefully he'll pick off weak ones and then like retreat as well.
And how close are the one we're riding in the boat already?
The Cetari are still under the water, but the Kelpie are riding on their primal souls above, and they are firing harpoons up at you. But they are fairly close now. Like you can easily jump down and climb back up onto the boat if you wanted.
Yeah, because I don't have any ranged.
Sarisa takes another shot as one of them falls off of their boat. She looks at you, takes out one of her spare pistols and tosses it down to you. It's like, you need a weapon. you need some rage, girl. She's like,
get some rage.
Get some rage, girl. She throws her spare pistol down to you.
Okay, I will try to shoot some of the Kelpies above her.
Okay, give me a strength dex and
martial.
Martial, yeah. Good thing she took a liking to you. All right, 26. Yes, you fire off a shot of your own, and the sensation feels extremely like horrible as your hand is kicked back, and it just feels wrong. It feels wrong for an abyssal to be shooting, but it's better than nothing because you do hit one of the Kelpie who crashes into the water. Give me a dodge roll because a whip of water is coming your way from one of the Kelpies.
Roll it.
And acrobatics, yeah.
What?
Don't worry, they rolled really badly as well. So the water whip was going for your face, but it causes a small cut to go against your cheek, but your aura and imbuement hold and you knock it to the side so you don't take any damage. But yeah, both of you rolled really badly there. It was literally 13 and 14.
Hey,
you gotta run?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No worries. Just quickly give me like one more thing that you want to do. Would you want to resonate, or would you want to continue firing off lightning blasts?
I'm gonna resonate with somebody, actually. You're right, I should resonate, because if I'm gonna leave, then I might as well resonate.
Okay, so you want to resonate with Spira because they're next to you. And remember, Spira's got the 4 giant protection ponies, and your resonance carries across to all of their summons as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna resonate.
Okay, give me
Let's
that.
see.
Get that Arcana, Resolve, and Composure.
Arcana, Resolve.
Yeah.
Hold on, this is gonna take me a while, sorry.
No worries, that's okay. So let's see. Arcana is 15.
Arcana,
plus
Resolve.
Plus 23.
23. 23.
Yeah, you guys are strong now. You're not the babies that fought to kill Rafi back at the beginning.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow!
The DM says.
This is when you roll good number.
Yeah. So, yeah, Hyacinth flies towards Spira after that cannon shot nearly took Spira out. And, yeah, Hyacinth performs a resonance with Spira. Spira, you feel Hyacinth's spirits resonate with yours. And the spirit mingle and dance together, and you can feel it echoing across onto your primal souls as well. And I really hate to say this, but get plus 20 to all your rolls from now on. Get plus 20 for the rest of this combat.
Woohoo! Okay, now I have to dip. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll fill you in next time on how it goes, Stella. But fantastic roll on your dipping. Just before you dip.
Yes!
Peace out.
You know what? I'm useful even when I leave.
You're always useful.
You are always useful.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go.
You are
Bye.
awesome.
Bye-bye.
Plus,
Bye-bye.
Nyx, the boats are wrecking into each other. You can firing back and forth. You can hear the screams as crew from both sides try to board the others. As the main flagship of the Cetari attack fleet passes yours, cannons are still firing off like crazy, by the way, so they're going off. The boarding crew jump on board. So yeah, you need to draw your sword.
Finally.
Several Cetari. The same thing for you as well, Solaris. So we'll say that these are going by. But yeah, Solaris, you are way outnumbered. The Cetari that were under the water are climbing up onto the boats as well. So yeah, Nyx, give me an attack roll. Or what do you want to do? You've still got your fire arrows and everything, so you can choose. Do you want to go into melee combat or because they're rushing towards you? Melee combat.
Well,
or
I have to go
stealth?
into melee combat now, but I'm gonna only use one sword this time.
Okay, which one?
The Nobu one.
Okay, the Nobu Clan one. Okay, so with your imbuement on it. Right. So give me an attack roll.
Okay, that is what, katana?
Yes. So it should be on martial prowess. I'll just double check.
And
Yeah, katana / martial. So plus strength and dex, so that's plus 11. So that's plus 21.
oh gosh.
Nice. Yeah, you cut through two Cetari. This is your first time ever seeing them. They are quite bulky. All of the Cetari are quite large beings. They essentially have large, wide shoulder muscles, and they have the same pattern on their skin. So the black and white patterning of an orca whale. And yeah, you despite their size towering over you, your skill with the sword is you've been trained by Zanaev and your family history. You've been trained from basically the moment you could walk, you've had a sword put in your hand. So yeah, you make quick work of the two in front of you. The third one though, he unleashes his sonic primal ability at you. So let's see, does he crit fail? No, he does not. Give me a stamina and resolve roll.
Stamina and resolve. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're
+4.
resisting. He's basically trying to disorient you with this attack. Okay, yeah. You hear this sonic sound building up around you. Whoop, as he just a second. Hopefully I can get this to work. So yeah, this high-pitched ringing goes through your ears, and you feel your whole body start to vibrate with this magically imbued sonic attack, and your sword trembles in your hands, and it's hard for you to move. You feel almost sluggish. A Kelpie takes the opportunity to fire a harpoon shot at you, but just as it's about to reach you, you hear a gunshot come off as Hadrian shoots the harpoon out of the way, and the harpoon misses you completely. So you shot the
Gosh, that's so cool.
he shoots the
Just
harpoon.
shoots the harpoon.
Yeah. So he runs forward and takes out his second pistol, and he shoots the one using the sonic attack on you. Yep. And the sonic sound itself is brought to a quick close. Quick silence. Solaris, you are surrounded on all sides by Kelpie and Cetari. Thankfully, though, you hear the sniper shots up from above from the captain, Capatina Saorisa, as she is just blasting away, taking them out. But there's so many of them. You hear more gunshots as the rest of her crew are also just firing away. But you are in melee range. So
Finally, and use my daggers of many tentacles. I would like to fire some.
a couple of daggers do go off, and you do hear one of the Kelpies shout out as like a dagger hits them in the throat. Spira, you're up. You are being empowered by the Fae. You have your primal souls on each boat. So let's start off with your primal souls. What would you like each of them to do? You can ask that. You can have them continue to like fight the individuals on the boats, or you can issue them special orders. Like if you want to try and like push one of the other boats out of the way, or go after like someone controlling it. Like there are many options here. So
I think most of them are just gonna go pure attack mode and try and be somewhat close to the team to sort of be able to protect them if need be, but mainly just attack.
all right, then give me a pure d20 roll plus 20 because of Hyacinth. This is just so that I can factor in what's going on. So it's not their attack, but I'm gauging the degree. Cetari and Kelpie go flying off of all the boats. You know, people are getting knocked by these giant empowered primal souls. And yeah, it is now your turn as well. So you can take to the skies and use your arrows. You can engage in close combat. You've got your wind magic. You've got lots of options here. The Cetari are climbing on your boat as well.
I'm gonna take to the sky and just gonna scream at the Kelpies like, stay
Oh, you're
try
gonna
to be very intimidating.
Ooh, are you gonna combine that with the call, the primal call?
I think she's gonna do that accidentally.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, that's not something that she intends to, but I think that's what gonna accidentally happen.
Okay, so give me a charisma, manipulation, and intimidation roll. I don't think you have intimidation, but you've got diplomacy and persuasion. So yeah, plus 5. So plus 8? Yeah. Oh, plus 20 as well. So that'll be
Okay.
31. Yep, everybody, especially Nyx, everybody hears Spira shouting out.
Gosh.
What was the exact thing that you said?
Just stay off our boats.
All right, let's see how it. All right. Yeah. So you see quite a few heads turn up when they see this, especially the Kelpie, as they're all just like, "Wait, what the heck? That who? What?" they notice what's going on. The gunshots and the cannon fire are still going off though. So even though you did catch the attention of a lot of people, it is the middle of combat. But I will say that the fleet leader did notice you with this, even though it is a Cetari. They did pick up on this. Nyx, perception roll, quick. I am so glad that Nyx is where they are right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What kind of extreme is this?
Yeah, that was wild. Right. So Nyx.
It would have only made it better if one was a nat 20 and one was a nat 1.
So despite all the noise of the chaos going on outside with people taking shots and casting spells and everything, you hear the sound of the unicorn child fighting and scrabbling, like, let go of me, get off of me, let me go. As you run towards the entranceway that leads down into the Echo's boat, you see a tall green Kelpie wearing a thin dress, and she has a small scar on her leg.
I knew it.
Agent Hemlock.
Unhand that child!
She immediately casts a spell at you. So give me dodge roll quick. Acrobatics and dodge.
Acrobatic and deck.
Okay, nat 20. Okay, yeah. So immediately from the water around the sides of the boat comes several water whips, far more than the regular Kelpie seems to showcase. So she must be quite well versed in this ability. And yeah, you have to dodge left, right, and center as all of these water whips come out of the ocean, and you get the impression that it would have been really messy if they'd connected with you. So yeah, they leap off of the boat. They run across to the main flagship boat, run straight along. So if I just zoom in here. So as you come out, they jump across that boat, run across, and dive onto this boat as it's going through. So they basically cross 3 boats at once, and they have the unicorn child under their arm.
Oh my god.
Spira, you see this through your primal soul that's on the boat as well.
Spira.
So yes, let's see. So it is now Solaris' turn. You're currently pinned between 2 boats over here. So yeah, you're
So
completely
I
surrounded.
don't know.
Not yet. But you know what? Give me a perception, because you did hear Spira shouting out earlier, which would have pulled your attention. And that's in the same direction, because Spira is over here on the far left and you're on the far right. And what's going on in the middle is between you and Spira. So there is a chance you would see it. Oh my gosh. Yes, you do see it.
call Finn and hop on his back and rush towards.
Give me acrobatics. Do you want to return the pistol to, like just throw it back up to...
Yeah, I would just throw it, and I'm not comfortable using that. I would just...
Okay, she catches it in the air and she's just like, suit yourself! And she takes another shot.
I think I will have to take some lessons from you next time.
Yeah, she doesn't mind. Like, she's just like, suit yourself. And then when she takes the shot, she shoots the guy in front of you, clearing a path for you to jump off the boat.
I had like 1d1.
Yep. So you're heading across to the center of the central fleet. Okay, Spira, what do? You're flying above.
Protection pony attack force. Onto the ship. She's just gonna let go of everything and just sprint, just kid all of the horses, everything.
All of the horses. Okay, so give me a luck roll plus 20 just to control them. The one protection pony has to stay on Jareth's boat because he's missing a wing.
Yeah, he's gonna protect Jareth.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was a 2 and a 1. Okay. Woo! Right. So Jackal immediately is trying to come round. As is Hadrian, as he realizes that what's going on with the unicorn child has been grabbed. The flagship itself is also rotating around, and the thief has the agent Hemlock is on her boat on the side here. These two boats have come to a stop as they are blasting each other, and nobody is at the wheel. Spira took out most of the cannoneers. So everybody is engaged in hand-to-hand. So these two boats have crawled to a stop. As the boats are coming across here, and so Nyx, you're still on Hadrian's boat.
In ship.
Yeah. So let's go with Nyx now. Oh wait, sorry. Spira did their attack, didn't they? So let's see. Does she notice what's going on? Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So she notices what's going on and she immediately drops the unicorn child and summons her primal soul below that, which catches the unicorn child in a bubble of air within the primal soul itself, and it dips under the water. She does her best to dodge the attacks of the various protection ponies, but there are too many of them and they are too strong. She does roll a crit success though, so
my god.
So she is blasted across onto Jareth's boat, and she slides on her hands and knee on the wood, so that's gotta suck if she gets a splinter. But yeah, she lands on the boat and she's definitely battered and bruised from the primal protection force. When she looks up, no way, why this boat of all bloody boats? Hold on just a second. Oh, if you were ready for round 2, you could have just called.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
She's eye to eye with Roderick. She's just like, oh, sweetie, if you wanted round 2, you just had to ask. She immediately goes for the kill. She immediately goes for the kill.
Oh, my God. Is this dance fighting we're gonna have here?
Yeah, oh my goodness, they start going at each other. She immediately draws a sword and starts slashing. He semi-transforms into his partial werewolf form and catches, bats away her blade. And he actually just starts, he thinks that she's being, romantic and sweet and that this is just, a moment of passion. So he's just oh
my God.
I missed you too. As they're, playing with each other. Meanwhile, cannons are blasting off in the distance. Snipes are happening. Spira, what do you do? The unicorn child is now under the water inside the primal soul, which you can't see. So killing Kelpie would immediately end the primal soul. So yeah, you have a bit of a dilemma here.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Spira, it's still your turn. That was the protection ponies that battered and knocked them back. But out of all the ships, you had to knock it onto Roderick's one. Yeah, she immediately is screw the kid, I need to kill this guy.
Go full murder mode.
All right, So as you're diving down towards them, I will make you do a roll in a second, but I just want to quickly role play this just a second. Hold on, where are my notes?
The fate has it. Out of everyone, it would be Roderick.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh, I've missed your perfume. And she's just like, why won't you just die, you bloody fool? All you had to do was hand over the boxes. But no, you and that stupid fox didn't deliver them all. And now here I am having to clean up the mess that both of you created before Lady Morgana wrings my neck. She's just going for the snap that kills. Yeah, basically the Kitsune and the Thropic agents screwed all of this up. Like Morgana
for choosing the wolf ever.
Yeah, Morgana basically is like, go and clean up the boys' mess. And she's like sent the Kelpie to go and collect the missing unicorn child. Yeah, so the moment she saw Roderick, she just immediately shifted all focus to murdering him. And are you serious? No, freaking no!
Oh my god. Nat 1?
They both rolled a nat 1.
Both of them?
Both of them?
Both of them? What is that?
So as their swords clash and Spira crashes onto the boat with protection ponies, it knocks them both off ballast and they kiss.
Oh my god!
He's in his werewolf form as well, by the way.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, because they're falling off balance, they both wrap their arms around each other for a brief moment. But Spira, this is your this is your window.
Oh no.
Just the dice
You have
is just...
expertise in writing this scene, Jono. I mean,
But don't worry, Solaris is coming in hot too on
Yep.
Finn.
yeah, but I'm thinking about going after the unicorn baby.
Yeah, under the water, yeah.
Water, yes.
But first up, Spira, you still have your attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot her.
All 3 arrows.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot her.
All 3 arrows.
Sarah.
Out of all the boats that Roderick was on,
Oh my god.
I have to give her an
Oh
instinct
my-
roll.
Oh my god.
Roderick, who's been accidentally kissing her, opens his eyes and
she did.
just sees an arrow sticking out of her head as she collapses to the floor.
Oh my
I also forgot
god.
to add Hyacinth
That
20 to
tweet was
that.
ridiculous.
It should have been 57.
Oh my god. Yeah. She
Don't
did.
make Spira angry ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least she got one last kiss before she left this world. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't think she was gonna go down that easily, but a nat 20 plus the Hyacinth buff. Yeah, there was yeah, basically she dies in Roderick's arms and he just looks out and very dramatically calls out, "No!"
Oh my god.
Like, I will never forget the smell of your perfume.
Oh,
Oh my god.
But
Di's still thinking that she
Being
was
so
into him.
dramatic.
yeah.
Oh, you threw your life away to stay by just to see me one last time as he like lays her down on the deck of the boat. Nix, what do you do? There are still several Kelpie and Cetari on your boat as well.
Yeah, I will focus on getting the rest of the enemies with my sword.
Okay, give me a strength, dex, and martial.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for
Oh my
Hadrian as well.
god.
No.
What was that? Okay.
Man, do not touch the unicorn children. Spira is gonna get like a permanent buff whenever the unicorn children are in danger.
Natural instinct buff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You
Her protective mode is just she's Mama Bear.
pretty much. Yeah. So you engage with a couple of the Cetari and Kelpie, and they don't like what's happening here because they're being overwhelmed with you and Hadrian and the crew fighting alongside. So they start jumping overboard because they're both fine in the water. Also, they've been separated from their main fleet, so they want to get back to the main ship itself. So they want to head back to this one. So they start diving overboard to regroup on their ship. Solaris, you are almost at the water. So I mean, you're almost there on Finn. So what would you like to do?
Where the unicorn
You've almost reached Jared's boat. You have to cross the entire battle.
or the unicorn child underwater.
So Finn dives under the waves, and as you look down, you see fairly deep in the bottom in the water is just this unicorn child, like flailing its arms left, right, and center. It doesn't know how to swim. It grew up in Sanctuary. It has no clue how to swim because give me a acrobatics roll, but with Dex, and I'll give you advantage as well because you know how to swim. So we're just going to see how well you are at saving this child. Plus dexterity.
Oh, not 20. At least I can swim.
Thank
Oh, very nice.
It's the only thing I can do consistently.
That's 20. Yep. So you swim down immediately and lift up the child and get him to the surface before he starts to drown at all. So you realize that he was a high priority target, and yeah, it's probably best to stay in protection with him. You hear a siren call out from the main ship itself, and the Cetari fleet itself start pulling away as well. The boat that had Jareth's crew on that is fighting, they have been completely disabled by you guys. The main ship itself has also caught fire from Nyx's flames as well. So basically they've calculated that they're taking heavy losses here and that they're taking way too much damage and that this is no ordinary pirate engagement. The appearance of a Pegasus with some of the strongest primal souls that they've ever seen, plus what was it? The Kitsune fire, they were not expecting either. Like, this was an unnatural flame and it was already hitting their flagship. So they've started pulling off and regrouping as well. So they are heading this way. Captain Saorisa is heading across as well to regroup, as is Jackal and the others. So we will dial it down as you guys have successfully driven off the Cetari attack fleet. They are on the retreat. They are regrouping. Everybody is injured or taken damage. Like, crew members have been lost. The Cetari fleet actually lost one of their attack ship, and the agent got taken out in one shot because of Spira. So
no more information from her.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got her corpse. Maybe you can deduce something from that. But I think that's a very good spot to call it for today. You guys won the fleet battle. Woo!
The next episode should be right here. Thanks for watching.